what it is, what's happening. So I know it's been a hot minute since I've done a YouTube video, and to be fair, I've been having a lot of issues trying to upload videos. I had a video I tried to upload the other day. I don't know what happened. The video's gone. It's even missing out of the phone, and it didn't even upload. So it's been kind of hectic here since the last couple videos. Just a lot of side work going on, and I've been working on the 52 Chevy Wrecker, and I've got a lot of stuff done. Just a lot of side work going on to try to keep these projects flowing. I don't even know what I did on the last video, to be honest with you guys. But let's turn the camera around here, and let's show you some stuff that's going on, so I can try to hopefully build a couple more videos and get back in the game of posting on YouTube, because I know a lot of you guys enjoy it. Now, if you want to see some stuff that I do daily, go over to my TikTok channel. I post stuff over there fairly frequent. But let's talk about what's going on with the Wrecker. So, I've done a lot of work on this truck. A lot. Well, I've made all new fuel line. I've cleaned and detailed the motor up a little bit. It's just a 350. This was the 350 that was in the truck when I originally got it. I have put radiator in. I've made all new radiator mount. This whole entire horseshoe here is all new that I fabricated, because they didn't have this whole front clip of this truck wasn't even attached to the truck. They just had it kind of tack welded to the frame rails, believe it or not. So I've got a lot of wiring done. I've got a new Chinesium radiator with a new Chinesium electric fan. We got the power steering working. This here is the wiring for the headlights and the turn signals. I've fixed all of that. Fixed up a lot of the wiring on there. That relay runs our fan. This wiring here comes off our switch box, which is inside the truck. Comes over to this here little junction box, and then this comes out of the switch box, and then this goes down and under the truck, which will run all the lights on the back of the truck. Now, these wires here are the power wire, I should say power wires, that operate that switch box, which is mounted on the dash. So that'll run our beacon light, work lights, all that kind of jazz. Put a new steering column in the old girl. We got tilt wheel. We fixed our clutch pedal, brake pedal. Now some wiring still laying down here on the bottom here, because I still got stuff to finish. That's why it's back in the shop. I got to wire up the headlight switch. That is actually for the wiper switch that's on the column. Somehow I'm going to wire that into, I'm going to buy a 12-volt wiper motor. So somehow I'm going to make that work so this will work here instead of having to switch up on the dash. Got to still mount the ignition switch. And we got, what else we got to do in here? Well, we got to dive into this door next. There's no door glass. I've got all new trim. I got a new vent window. All the track, I'm going to replace all that. And we got a new door glass. And we have this piece here, which goes all the way around. I've got a new one of them. But I want to clean all this rust up, put something on it to protect it. As you can see, it's all rusty. So this whole piece gets replaced. We got rid of the big mirrors that were on the doors because they weren't the right ones, and we kind of made a little tiny mirror. But a lot of work has been done to this truck that wasn't, and this thing was a total mess. We got all new brake lines coming off the master cylinder. We got a new throttle cable. Our heater hoses. Now the heater hoses are a little long, and the reason they're long is it's still sporting the original heater core and heater motor, and we are going to change that eventually. We're going to put, probably going to use one of those heaters from Speedway Motors, and we'll probably get rid of this thing. We got oil, temp gauge, a vacuum gauge, and a gas gauge. Now, eventually that gas gauge will be going bye-byes. That's why it's by itself. Because eventually I'm going to change the gauges in the dash to something else. Now, if I haven't said it before, I bought this truck. It was already, when I say it was together, and it somewhat ran and drove. It was a real cobbled up mess. I knew what I was buying when I bought it. So the concept, the idea of it was already here. The cab was not mounted to the frame correctly. The front clip wasn't even... In fact, realistically, I think I already put all the stuff away. I made all new body mounts. I made new mounts on the frame, and I put actual bushings. So the cab is actually mounted to the frame with bushings. When I bought this truck, the back of the cab was literally just laying on the frame rails. When I tell you this truck was a mess, it was a mess. Now, to be fair, I knew what I was buying when I bought it, and I'm okay with it. It was a project. But I've gotten so much stuff fixed on it, I'm getting to the end of the finish line. Now, I have no plans of painting it. For the guys who want to ask if I'm going to paint this truck, absolutely not. I am going to change the bed on this truck. I've been working on the other bed. The other bed's outside here, the shop. Now, if you look at this side of the bed, okay, we'll go around to the passenger side. You can see the bed's not the same. Somebody made that other bedside. It's terrible. So I've got another bed that I'm actually cutting down to look like what they call a West Coast bed. That's what they call a West Coast bed. It's a low side. I bought the bed. It was a high side, which I'm not a big fan of. There's a high side bed right there, and you can see how it's higher right there than the back half. I actually like these low side beds. I am not going to cut that truck down. But however, since I'm putting a bed on this truck, I'm going to make it a low side bed. And I've already got it cut. It's already cut. I've already started putting the top pieces on. I just got some side work to do, which generates some cash that allows me to buy parts to make this junk happen. So it's moving along pretty good. Like I said, now the cab and the front clip is fully bolted to the frame with actual body bushings. We got the clutch pedal working correctly. None of that stuff worked. Clutch pedal sort of worked, but it was low, and it just creaked. It rubbed on the floor. It was just a disaster. Steering column was mounted in there. It was actually welded to the firewall. Now it's actually mounted to the firewall, and you can see I made a plate, and it comes through the plate. And we've actually got a steering shaft with U-joints in it, and now the steering doesn't bind up. This thing steers like butter. Steers so good. One hand, nice and easy. I'm very happy with how that's all turned out. So it's back in the shop now. It's been out for the last 2 weeks because I've had a lot of work to do in here. And actually some of the work I've got that just came in won't fit in this building, unfortunately. I've got a 2011 F-250 that's getting a motor, but it has ladder racks on it, so it won't fit inside the shop. So we're doing it outside the front door. So that's really kind of what's been going on. And let's take a walk out here and I'll show you what's going on with the Ford. So the motor is out of the 75 wrecker, which I can't remember if I talked about it on the channel last or not. But we got the motor out. We got it apart. It's all apart. There's the heads. The block's over there. Holley Sniper fuel injection. It came. So it's going to get, that truck's getting fuel injection. There's our EFI fuel injection tank, and we also got a late model style small compressor. We're going to get rid of the big York AC compressor that truck has, and we're going to run a newer style electronic ignition on that truck as well. I just haven't really, I took the motor out, blew it apart, so I can see what I need to order, and I've got the block all cleaned up. I need to knock the heads apart. But I'd spent a lot of time the last month and a half working on this truck because I was trying to get this truck to Ocean City Car Cruise, which was just this past weekend. But like I said, we didn't make it. Just was too much other stuff to get, and my toy money ran a little low because I wanted to get 2 new tires for the front, and I got like a handful of little, probably a couple $100 worth of just crap that I need to buy to finish up the truck. I want to get a new, so this pan right here, this pan gets bolted on in this area here, and I wanted to buy a new hood latch, just a new hood latch for there. I want to get a new door latch since I'm going to rebuild the inside of this door. This door doesn't close all the way. So I want to get a new latch for that. So, you know, by the time we get those latches, $50, $60 a piece, handful of other crap. We got to buy some brake shoes, wheel cylinders, and some brake lines, because we're going to do all the brake lines and all the brakes on the back of the truck as well. So that way that's all done. And it's run low on toy money. So that happens. We're like everybody else. We got bills. We got mortgages. You know, unfortunately for us, we got 2 houses to take care of, and it's a pain. So that's why I take on these jobs and put the motor in this F-250. Once I get paid from that, we will be able to buy some more parts. So that's kind of the update that I want to leave you guys with on the channel. I'm going to hopefully get back in track and start uploading some more videos on the channel. I noticed we got some new subscribers. I'm assuming you guys are here for the old trucks and the tow truck content. I think that's what most of the guys are here for. I am going to look at a couple more trucks, even though my toy money is scarce. I looked at a truck 2 years ago. Let's see, I've lived here, well, another month I've been here, or almost 2 years, down here at the beach. So I guess it's been close to 3 years ago I looked at this truck. 65 Chevy Wrecker. She's a little rough, but she's all there, and it ran 5 or 6 years ago. It was running. It's a 350 Chevy, so it'll run. The guy was ready to get rid of it a couple of years ago, and my buddy was over there the other day, and he's ready to make a move on it. So I'm kind of cool. I want to get hold of that truck. It's a cool truck to have. And then another buddy of mine got hold of me about a Dodge with a Holmes 440 on it. I don't have a Dodge. I've got several Fords and a couple Chevrolets. A Dodge would be really cool. It's cheap, $500. Can't pass that up. So we're going to definitely buy that. I've just been trying to make some room, try to get rid of some stuff, move some junk around. I really was trying to get some stuff done. This truck is tagged and insured. We just need to wrap up all the garbage on it. And then we can start enjoying it some, riding around it and go to some car shows, some parades. Some parades will be coming up here after Thanksgiving. Hopefully we'll be able to take this bad boy too. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note. And like I said, if you want to catch me over on TikTok. And holla at your boy. Keeps it reals.